What if the most fascinating truth of our time isn't hidden deep underground, but floating above us in the vastness of space? What if NASA, the world's leading space agency, has quietly encountered signs that we're not alone in the universe, but they're revealing it one careful step at a time? Before you assume this is just another wild theory, ask yourself this. Why do NASA's most remarkable discoveries about potential life beyond Earth receive such quiet attention? Why is every release filled with cautious wording, technical language, and buried in academic reports? Let's rewind to 1996. A meteorite, named ALH 84001, believed to have originated from Mars, was discovered in Antarctica. At first glance, it looked like just another space rock, but when scientists studied it under a microscope, they found unusual microscopic structures that resembled tiny, ancient life forms. NASA held a public press conference announcing this extraordinary discovery, a potential sign of ancient microbial life on Mars. It sparked worldwide interest. Even the US president at the time addressed the public, calling it a remarkable breakthrough. But then, things changed. Other experts raised questions. Some suggested the structures could have formed through natural, non-biological processes. NASA shifted its tone, saying further study was needed. And just like that, the moment faded. But that wasn't the end of the story. Years later, in 2018, NASA's Curiosity rover discovered organic molecules in ancient Martian rocks, compounds considered essential building blocks of life. The same mission also recorded unusual seasonal changes in methane levels in the Martian atmosphere. Here on Earth, most methane is linked to living activity. Could there be something on Mars creating it naturally, or is there a more interesting explanation? Again, NASA urged caution, stating that non-living processes could also explain the data. Yet the questions kept growing, and then came the numbers. Based on findings from NASA's Kepler Space Telescope, scientists now estimate there may be hundreds of millions of Earth-like planets in our galaxy, planets that could have water, stable temperatures, and the right conditions for life as we know it. One mission after another kept pushing the boundaries of what we know. The James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, gave us a deeper look than ever before. In 2023, it studied the atmosphere of a distant exoplanet K218b and detected the presence of chemicals that, on Earth, are closely linked to living systems. While nothing has been confirmed, scientists openly stated that these gases are highly intriguing, and further research is ongoing. So why isn't this headline news? Why do these incredible findings barely make a ripple? One reason could be that space agencies are careful. Science demands proofs, solid, repeatable evidence, and until that arrives, words like possibly and potential are used to avoid misleading the public. But over time, even the cautious language adds up. Then there's the renewed global interest in aerial phenomena. In recent years, government institutions have begun studying unexplained sightings in the sky, now referred to as UAPs. NASA, for the first time, created an official position dedicated to analyzing this data. What's important here is not what's being claimed, but what's being studied. Why is the world's most credible space organization now involved in studying unidentified objects? The official answer is to improve air safety and gather scientific information. But many observers believe this shift represents something more, an acknowledgement that we've entered a new era of discovery. Even former astronauts have hinted at seeing unexplained events in space. Some describe bright objects tracking their spacecraft, or lights that behaved unusually. NASA never made bold claims, but such stories have kept public curiosity alive. The real question isn't whether there's life elsewhere. The math suggests the chances are high. The real mystery is, how much do we truly know? And how soon before solid confirmation arrives? What if NASA is already closer to answering these questions than we think? Maybe the process is slow, deliberate, and meant to ensure that global communities are ready to accept the answers whenever they finally come. At this moment, the truth isn't being hidden, it's unfolding through telescopes, data, chemistry, exploration, and patience. We don't need secret programs or classified files to imagine a universe full of life. The science itself is beginning to paint that picture. So next time you look at the stars, ask yourself, if there are billions of planets out there like ours, why wouldn't some of them have life? The truth may not arrive with fireworks or flashing lights. It may come quietly, in scientific papers and cautious reports. But it's coming, step by step. And when it does, it will change not just our view of space, but our view of ourselves.